Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Duggan. It's Saturday and that means we're in Minecraft. I'm actually kicking things off a little bit early today. I had some extra time and I thought, you know, why just sit around and wait when I could be playing Minecraft and working on the Geode farm, and that's what we're going to be planning on doing today. We do have the server upgraded to 1.21.10, so I've got access to copper golems, shelves, happy ghasts because we didn't have access to those guys before, and anything else that came along with those latest updates in terms of the under the hood tech, etc. SweetSandi, good to see you. Hello. Corvidina, welcome. Hello. Dalara, and I think I saw 0666 around. Dan Grice, of course, is hanging out. Time change for Joel this week in the UK in about 2 weeks. Nope, no time change for me. Time change for me is not until I think the last Saturday. Let me just double check on that. No, November. So November 3rd. Usually it's the last Saturday in October, but looks like it's the first Saturday in November this year. So there'll be probably some time shifting with people in Europe when we're listening to the Spawn Chunks live, because Johnny's time change will happen 2 weeks ahead of mine. Mini Hollywood, hello, welcome in. It's a bright green username. SweetSandi, you were wondering if the time change happened because I started an hour early. Oh no, I just had extra time. So speaking of, we just dive right in. While we are here, we can probably store a few things. We're still clearing out the geode from below. I don't know if I necessarily need my shield and everything right now. I'll probably get some extra space. We're going to make an iron pickaxe or two, if I recall. And I completely forgot to look up the mod for making the happy ghasts quieter. I need to do that. Might probably scaffolding already down there. Oh, the bundle's full. One thing I did get was the mouse tweaks mod. That's now working. Maybe we'll just do basalt. Oh, that's already out there. Okay. That's full. So yeah, my mouse tweaks mod is now working, which makes moving things around a lot faster. I'm gonna need another stone shulker box. I guess I don't have chests just kicking around. Early days in bases like this are always a lot of logistics and moving stuff around. Trying to stay organized. If you don't stay organized, I find it really creeps up on you. Almost got a full box of clay too. I'm sure we will end up with more stone very shortly. Can you not craft these in the clay? I thought you could. Oh. That's better. A cosmic care package. Cosmic care so you don't have to. I didn't know about this. I just was not facing it when I logged in. What does Cosmic care about? Cosmic cares about Elytra. Wings of the Phoenix. My goodness. Cosmic. Cosmic had a spare set of Elytra kicking around? That's amazing. With rockets and everything. Thanks, Cosmic. That saves me from fighting the dragon on stream. Huzzah for rockets. And Elytra. And a free chest. I will take that. Makes it a lot easier to get around. Thanks, Cosmic. That will speed things up considerably. I actually don't have enough room for all the rockets. I could have sworn I put... Did I have that rocket box on me when I died? No. There it is. I'm going to make another shulker box, I think, to bring down. Alright, those can stay where they are. We've got pickaxes. Don't think I need those. That can go back in here. Don't think I need the glass right now. Oh, right. And the bundle is still full. Easiest way to get that out is this way. think I got string in here. Yeah. I was thinking today about different ways to create some bone meal flower farms for dyes, and I could probably get a lot of stuff automated where I don't have to actually manually touch anything. It should be pretty cool. I know we can do at least 4 dyes that way. Silvery, hello. Cosmic died once in the process, but managed to get all of my stuff back, thankfully. You bridged out to an end CD to get me one? Cosmic, I thought you just had it. That's really kind. Holy crap. Get yourself server mates like Cosmic Dancer friends. So much stuff. Okay, I think the other stuff is already down there. So the goal is to finish taking out the Geode. I think it's at level 30. If I remember correctly. You don't even have one yourself at the moment? Wow. We do need a little bit more work done up here. I think we have all of the calcite and stuff. Where did I put? Oh, there. Calcite, amethyst. Maybe I'll do the reverse. Easier to track. Alright, let's say, where are we facing here? There's the Geode. We want things to probably go in this direction. So let's make this the quote-unquote front of the farm. I'll make myself a little work area here. There looks to be caves up there. So let's just say something's around here. Okay, so now we should be able to put down a bunch of stuff. Empty, empty, empty. That's got stuff in it. That's got stuff in it. And then these are empty. Okay, so what I need to do is take out the rest of the amethyst. And we want to do this carefully because we don't want to destroy any budding amethyst, which is that block. So we just want to take out the regular ones. And it's a little bit slower to use the iron pickaxe, which means we're less likely to make a mistake. I am probably going to have to go back up and get more scaffolding. And it will be fun to listen to. I think this is what Dalara was talking about the other day on the Spun Chunks when he wrote in and is talking about alternating frequencies when you're mining blocks. It's not the exact same noise every single time. Plus, when I'm walking on it, it makes noise. Oh, I should save this. Can I not reach that? I guess I can't reach that. Hold on. So it's a pretty dramatic difference. Paying attention. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to get some more scaffolding, I think. Darker Scarlet, hello, welcome in. The worst part was having to retrace my steps to get your stuff back. The first bridge I'd made out from the end island forgot to light it up, so I had to push my way past a conga line of Endermen. Oh man. Yeah, that would be a real pain. I can't believe you bridged out. So does that mean there is a bridge out there still? Thankfully, these things don't hurt you when you jump on them. They look like they would. They don't. Newer Minecraft player and was very happy to find your podcasts. Keep up the great content. That's cool, Shado. That's awesome. I'm glad that I imagine you probably get a lot of tips and information out of the survival guide from Pixelriffs too. There is a bridge. I need to go back and add some lights to it. Maybe make it wider than 1 block. That's fair. I mean, now that, I guess the only reason to go out there would be for Elytra, because now that I've got a shulker box farm, I mean, I certainly have enough shulker boxes that people on the server can come and take what they need. So by all means, like Cosmic, if you need shulker boxes, after going to get an Elytra for me, my gosh, like you can have as many shulker boxes as you want. You could have a shulker box for every type of flower. Couple big clusters that I'm not sure we can take advantage of, but we'll have to figure it out. So essentially what I'm going to be doing is putting pistons alongside some of these to knock them off. But we are more than likely going to not be able to harvest the ones on the tops and the bottoms. We're probably only going to be able to harvest the ones on the sides. And that's fine, because I don't need this to be perfect. I just need it to be constantly working in the background. What's funny is that I'm probably not going to need more amethyst that I'm collecting while I'm taking it out. You could probably just, you know, destroy a number of amethyst geodes minus the budding amethyst, not build a farm at all, and have like a shulker box full of amethyst, and you'd probably be okay. The combination of an iron pickaxe and a beacon with haste 2 is just fast enough that this isn't tedious. I feel pretty safe and in control. I don't feel like I'm going to break anything by accident. But it's not so slow that it's annoying. There's one we don't want to break. I broke my pickaxe though. I don't think we've left too much around. God block. This is filling up fast too. Move it back. You almost got clogged in there. Blue Crow says, when I had to get my first elytra in my main world, I had to take a break because my pinky was hurting so much from shifting. Yeah, that's fair. I remember when I was building the zombie piglin donut farm, I had that issue a lot too. Does anybody know how long it takes amethyst crystals to grow? Because I can probably put some of the pistons on different timers and get the different kinds of crystals. Because we can build with all three. Oh no, you can't. You have to use a silk touch to get those, don't you? You can build with them, but I can't... I can't collect them with a piston. Only the fully grown ones I can collect with a piston. If I remember correctly. Make this a little bit easier to see. There's quite a few budding amethyst blocks in this geode. More than you'd think. More than you can see when you first discover it. If I understand the wiki right, it says, Sandy, if there is a chance that it grows every tick, so you don't know how long it takes. Alright, I guess we'll just have to do a little bit of science and kind of set a timer. I don't know whether to do a hopper clock or maybe set up something that measures like every 4 Minecraft days or something. I'm really gonna have to brush up on my redstone circuits. Actually, who was I watching today? There's a YouTuber that I've been watching that's just super informative but super chill. See if I can find a link real fast. History. Eichberg, I think. Yeah. YouTube Eichberg. The Eichberg is the name of the channel. Cool little channel. Like really informative little videos and super chill, very easy to understand, very easy to follow. So I think it was you, Shado, that was new. Check them out for some good Minecraft info. It was good for me for a refresher, so other people in my chat might find it find it informative too. Still missing some stuff up here. That's a lot of budding amethyst there. My goodness. Refresh my memory. Do you need silk touch to get the actual crystals? I don't think you do. I think you need the silk touch to get the small ones, but not the big ones. I'd imagine fortune probably helps. Corvidina, am I saying your name right? 70 seconds per tick. 5 ticks per stage, so 5 minutes. Where was that from? Oh, according to the wiki, it's an average of about 70 seconds per growth stage. So 1 minute and 10. So a 5-minute timer would be fine. Yeah. To get shards, you don't. Silk Touch gets the crystals as their block. Well, I don't need Silk Touch for that. Oh, I see what you mean. Silk Touch gets me that shape, but non-Silk Touch gets me, where is it? Those. Right. And these I can either craft into those or use in things like glass, tinted glass, etc., which we might need. That's cool. And if you use a piston on something like that, the little nubby version, you don't get anything, right? Yeah, blue. Yeah. Yeah, the automated part of this was just going to get me the crystals, and that's fine. It just means I can build as many blocks as I can. Although, like, now that I've got a shulker box full of these things, I don't know that I'm going to need many more. You can't reverse those. So it might be worth storing half of them as crystals and then storing the other half as automated crafted blocks. Joel does words on a Saturday. So in fact, for example, if I just use my regular pick on this, we get the shards. But if I use the Silk Touch pick, I get that. There. Maybe we'll just set up one of the other geodes as a manual farm for these crystals. And we'll just use this as the other way. I'm going to have to use one of these shulker boxes. Yeah, that's fine. I'm cool with an automated farm. We can make probably a waterlogged farm for the other crystals. Do I have sticks? Not really. Darn it. Is there anything down here I can turn into sticks? We never did find an abandoned mine shaft. For all the running around we did, you'd think we would have run into one. But there's nothing. I don't think there's anything down here in the caves that we can turn into sticks. No. That's right. We'll go back up, I guess. Which is up there. Yes. I went the wrong way. Actually, now that I have Elytra, I can just fly up these now. Oh, I didn't bring any rockets. Well, never mind. You do need those to fly around. I don't think we'll need more than one more, so we'll just leave it like that. These are actually becoming quite convenient. I might try to find a permanent home for them later on. The first stage are called Amethyst Buds. Fair. We're almost done, actually, in terms of mining things out. I'm sure I've missed some somewhere. Oh, you know what I forgot to install was the mod menu. There's one. Almost looks like it's mid-explosion. Yeah, you're right. It does sort of, it looks very active. I agree. All right, anything else? Starting at the top. These are all buds. Sorry, this camera is very jerky. It's a cool mod, but it's not the smoothest. Going down to the next level. I don't think I've missed anything. I might discover one, but I think the bulk of this is sorted. Now I just need to find the dimensions. It looks like this is about as far as it goes this way. And this side here. You got in the way, bat. That was unintentional. That goes here. These are the blocks, so we'll have to go one more outside of this. At least, probably two. There's the block dimensions. Okay. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's a square. That's nice. I like that. I guess we'll go maybe 2 blocks outside in each direction. So it's 14 by 14. And I think that should work great. It may be easier to go even wider because then the crystals could be picked up by, well, you know what, we could have a minecart going down the middle. That's fine. Oh yeah, I've updated the Citadel for sure. So then the middle is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 1, 2, 3, 7, 8 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so that's fine. That should work. I really prefer designs that are on single blocks, but we could make this work. Kind of a fun challenge, maybe. And so that's the middle. It's not going to be lined up at all with the actual stuff we've got going on. We want to send stuff east. I guess we'll leave ourselves a couple of blocks here just for space, so it's probably going to be fine just to remove this bottom layer. Cool. And we'll grab a couple buckets of water. Wrong spot. Now, if I line this up, I don't think it'll work out. No, it just flows right over the edge. That's fine. We could just put some ice down or something. Or I could back it up by a block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Cool. All right. I'll figure that out. So that's the gist. I'll cover this up for now. We really shouldn't have any loss, I don't think. We'll have to, I may want to bump this. No, that should be fine. We go 2 outside of this? 1, 2. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I could have a rail in the water too. If I wanted to do rails. I don't think I want to bother with the rail. I think I'm gonna just do water stream. I think I'm gonna send everything up to the surface and do the collection stuff up there. I think that's the easiest thing to do. And we're so close to this little marker. I'm not sure what that's from, but I feel like that's probably a good spot to bring it up just for now. I could just keep it all in the same spot. This will all come down through here. What do I want to make this out of? Probably, I mean, purple is kind of the obvious choice. We've got amethyst as well. Cool. Thanks for the lurk, Dan. East. I gotta remember that it's east that I want to go. Some of these tunnels could just start to like organically take shape into cool stuff. Kind of like what Etho did in his playthrough. I hear a zombie. Where did you spawn from? Over there, it looks like. I missed a spot. That's a creeper. Looks like I started to come this way, but then didn't follow up. Maybe I ran out of lights. It's a possibility too. Whoops. All right, so we need to think about what materials we're going to make this farm out of. Purple is probably a good one. Did I put that out here? Maybe I left that in the modern city. Yeah, we're gonna go look for that when I get back from my break. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh. Aha! That is not enough. That is not enough. So maybe we'll pop by Macast's purple farm too. I can at least frame it, I think, with the purple. But anyway, I need to step away for just a few minutes. I do this once an hour, folks. Gives me a chance to grab another glass of water. Gives you a chance to grab a friend. We will be right back. So we've got some purple. Don't know. Try some wool. It doesn't have to be purple. Obviously some Purple frog lights would be good. I need the ice box. That fills that one up. We need the sticks anymore either. Yeah, I can't think of anything else that's going to look good next to all the crystals, right? Probably some purple glass. Nothing there. You always go with like a complementary color, like a yellow. Maybe some yellow concrete or something. Or maybe terracotta. Do I have that out here? That might not be the right color. Pink is an option for the trapdoors that I might need. I might do cherry trapdoors. Possible. What other color trapdoors do we have? The white would also look good. We want to get the basics sorted. Would have given me pink elytra if I could. That's fair. So I think purple is pretty easy to mine out. We change our mind? Yeah. Okay. Pretty tall build. We have some more digging to do. Top here. I think that's about right. Yeah, I want 2 blocks above, so maybe we'll just go to 3. Probably the easiest. maybe I'll go down and pillar up over here, kind of see where we end up. I don't know, maybe it's going to be better to have concrete in the middle, or maybe something else. I don't know. I should probably design the function before I really get into the fashion, because there's going to be a lot of redstone in here too. So maybe purple and red would look cool. And really, this is all just to kind of keep it a uniform shape. The crystals in the middle, we don't really need to be this high on the sides. We could just keep it a little bit tighter, but for now, looks okay. Plus, we've got the beacon, so it's actually quite easy to remove. Oh, got some more space. It might be worth it just to kind of have the water be wider at the bottom. We'll see. You want a pink elytra, there's a cherry cape. That's fair. I don't think I need to... Do I need to build a copper golem or something to get access to some cape? Not that I really care, because I mean, I don't... I used to have... Do I still have them? No. I used to have a texture pack that made my wings look like X-Wings. I had it. I'm not sure whatever happened to it. I used to have a custom texture. So that is the inside sort of mapped out. I guess I got one more pillar to put in, but I need more purple for that. The magenta shulker box is bright. Put this shader pack on. Copper golem placement for the cape is in bedrock only. Ah, okay. I think it crosses though. Like I could log into bedrock, do it, and then I would have access if I wanted to. Or if anybody that's listening wanted to. All right, so that's the box that we need to work with. I may have to go up a little bit higher in case I want to put some redstone. I'm not sure how we're going to get the redstone power down to these things. That's going to be the other tricky part. So for the sake of argument, let's just say that this was the edge. So we would send everything through here. I think I'm going to move all these shulkers actually. Actually, I guess I could have left that there. Let's just put you over here for now. Okay, so if everything's going to be heading this way, I could just bring it all straight up from there. I don't want to do a double column. It's so close to that, I might as well just bring it up directly in line for now. So let's go, we're at 16. I need to come down at least that far. Hey, Blast Jordan, how's it going? So we've got our nether portal here, and then on the other side of it, we've got this little marker. But this is probably also either a good spot, or maybe we can just bring it over. Maybe something that'll in between would be good. A lot of this is going to be temporary until I can figure out what I'm going to do. here. Let's just see where we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 49. 24. And one in the middle. That was 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, and one in the middle. That should be halfway between. That looks right, I think. And I don't really have a rhyme or reason for this. I like putting things in even places. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, cool. So this will just be the up column. So we're about where we should be. Now we just have to find the other spots. So this is 52, 588, 38, 35, 800. So I said 35, 800. That's going to be in that direction. So we're going to approach it probably from the other side. 52, 558. Oh, that's right here. So I could just change the direction on this. We'll have it go this way, I guess. I feel like that looks pretty cool. Yep, I'm still gonna have the farm face this way. I just feel like it looks nicer, so we'll do it this way. We'll loop around. So we'll get outside the farm and we'll just change directions. There's the hole. Pretty sure it was this one. That'll have to be ice. That'll have to be soul sand. Cool. So we'll have to do some water tricks in here. I don't want to leave it stone. I think we should probably try to do something else with it. I don't remember what we did with the other farm. I think we made it out of purple, or maybe we made it out of amethyst blocks. We could try to combine the two. I don't know. The yellow wool is okay. I don't have a lot of wool. So the frog lights go pretty well with the purple. What other purple blocks do we have? Purple pillars. That has a little bit more of a sci-fi vibe to it. And then we've also got purple concrete, which I don't think I brought the right concrete chest. And that's not quite the same, is it? I think I'd like to try to work in some yellow. I feel like it could be kind of cool to have some sort of like yellow framed output or something. Oh, okay, not the terracotta. But the yellow looks better next to the darker stuff. But it doesn't, I don't really feel like this is something we want to build with as part of the structure. I definitely want more lights around too. That feels a little bit funny. You like the pillar texture? Yeah, I like the pillar texture too. Maybe we need to go with the pillar texture and then frog lights. And then maybe we could just highlight the edge. That sort of works. But then functionally, like I said, I may want to make this a little bit wider. So we still have to have the water coming in. And that drips over. So we may want to have that actually stop here. But we could do that with a trapdoor on that level. There. Although, yeah, that's not going to be a good idea there either. Yep, we probably have to back this up. That way the stuff gets right across over to here. I don't know how we're going to get things to... Well, we could use signs, I guess. Could probably use some cherry signs to hold the water back. That way items won't fall on them. Actually, I could do that and just have this stay the way it is. How do we even make these? slabs. So we'll use a stone cutter for those. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. I feel like using purpur for the framing is not exactly the most imagined idea, but it's gonna be the fastest way to get this looking decent. Tadpole Milk, thanks very much for the raid. Welcome in, folks. Tadpole, how was your stream? What were you up to today? I'm assuming something Minecraft related, right? Welcome in. Folks, if you are new to my channel, my name is Joel Duggan, and I do the Spawn Chunks podcast with Pixel Riffs, all about Minecraft, and I stream here on Twitch 5 days a week. You can check me out Tuesday through Saturday, and Saturday is usually Minecraft, although we've been in Minecraft for quite a while now, every day, just because I've had projects I had to finish up. I just finished up a 5-year medieval town build called West Hill that you can go and check the tour out on Joel Duggan VODs on YouTube if you want. Dab, hello, welcome in. Boacars, Kelberty, hello, hello. Tadpole Milk says, stream was great, Joel. We are removing the end island, so mined a lot of endstone. Well, you know what? We're sort of doing similar here. We had to remove a lot of stuff here on my my channel. Here, I'll switch over and I'll show you guys where we are in my world. I'm gonna get up to the bridge here. So we moved on to the sci-fi area. We're going to be building sci-fi themed stuff, and that's why I'm collecting a bunch of amethyst crystals, because they're kind of sci-fi, and we're going to use them as like maybe power shards or something. I don't know. But we're on a mushroom island that's 700 by 700 blocks, give or take. And we've been spending the last few streams putting out a lot of infrastructure stuff like bubble columns to help us get around, and raining, which is gross. We have a shulker box farm, little smelter, a few beacons, shulker box farm, flying ghast, and the nether. And that's kind of where we are. We haven't really done a heck of a lot. We're just kind of enjoying the view. But this is the size of the mushroom island that we're working on. So we also have a giant lush cave underneath of it, which is really cool. I'm Tooney. Thanks very much. Appreciate it. And thanks for all the follows, folks. So we have a lush cave that I lit up. That's very cool and provides us with a couple of farms. We've got some glow ink sacks going on, as well as a lot of fish, unfortunately. And then this is supposed to be a creeper farm, but it's not loaded in very much, so we're probably going to have to move it. It's giving us a little bit of gunpowder, but not a heck of a lot. Well, I say that, and that's more than I thought was going to be there. So we must be loading it in more. So still good to have. I don't need tons. This is all just for me. I'm not making any kind of giant server farms, but this is a really cool lush cave that we took the time to light up, because it's the only place that things will spawn if we give them dark areas to spawn in the mushroom island. So it was worth taking the time to put that together. So what is the end goal, Tadpole, for the end project? And no worries if you got to run. I know that you've probably been streaming for quite some time. Ancients, hello. How's it going? I'm doing well, Kel. Yeah, just keep it on, keep it on. Work stuff. We're getting into the fall weather here in Nova Scotia, so like there's no real good reason to go outside because it's kind of gray and gloomy. I'm gonna make a ring and some statues with some Hall of Fame shrines. Nice. That's the plan on our server as well, is to fight the dragon 20 times, get all the portals, and then never have to fight the dragon again and just connect all the portals. I'm sure we'll reset the end islands and stuff at some point, but yeah, it's not something we're in a race to do, so we'll get there eventually. But what we were doing while you guys walked in was trying to sort out the decoration, or I guess the immediate framing for the Geode farm. Tad's missing one portal. It was an unfortunate victim of chunk trimming. Oh, that's a pain. We had to reset all of our portals. We had 6 or 8 of them, and then we discovered that we were dealing with the portal bug where they would teleport players out into the void as opposed to onto solid ground. So we had some friends lose some stuff. So I had to go around with Alistair's help and use some commands to remove them all. So did not know that lush caves would still spawn mobs under Mushroom Islands. Yep. Yeah, I would imagine dripstone caves would be the same thing. Mob spawners also do it. Any dark space that is in a vertically different biome. Lush caves and dripstone caves. I don't think mobs... Well, mobs don't spawn in the deep dark anyway. So the 2 possible mobs that the 2 possible biomes that are vertically possible underneath the Mushroom Island will spawn mobs. Yeah, it's made for some really fun plans, I think, here. This is, again, it's not the most imaginative way to decorate a Amethyst Geode. I meant to bring down my cherry box. Whoops. I wish we had more patterns for these. I feel like we could probably do something cooler than just that. I guess we could maybe put bricks here. Or maybe the end. Yeah, maybe we'll put the end there. So we'll have water going along here. I guess I'm going to leave this all stone for now. There's no reason to not. Going to be covered by water anyway. I might try to put something else in there. We should probably put some lights in there too. Like it might be worth it to have some purple lights. Guess we could go at that height. I'll have to put in a few. I feel like I should probably frame this. Yeah, I think that looks okay. Tadpole, if you have to take off, I get that you might have to raid and run, but Blue crow. It's a biome dependent, so if biome doesn't equal the mushroom fields, it will spawn mobs. Yeah, 100%. So we'll need some more purple columns, pillars. And then I'm not sure what we'll do for the lights. Maybe we'll just put some at the top and some at the bottom. I feel like at some point we're gonna have to put some lights in the sides. Maybe we'll just mimic what's happening here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Two. Yeah, that seems to work. Oh, that's wrong. Sure. Okay. So that looks like it's lit up fairly well. The Black Clad Wanderer, hello. Okay, so we've got that done. I could get rid of that column of lights in the middle. I need to go make some more purple and bring down, I'm guessing cherry wood is probably going to be the best. As far as the signs, it'll go best with. Welcome back, Dan. Okay, so we can put a few things away. That's actually getting full. I don't know. Maybe I'll just bring an extra. Well, why don't I just bring this whole thing? Cherry signs I don't think are going to go very well. Well, actually, you know what? That's not bad. It's not quite the same. The other option would be pale oak. I think the pale oak looks better. I don't think crimson is going to work. It's not terrible, but no, I think pale oak wins out because it's neutral. All right, so we're going to have water going down the middle. We need ice going around as well. Hopefully that will be enough. Yeah, I think that's pretty solid looking. I don't really have a reason to encase it. Just have to figure out what to do with that section. I guess we could do another pillar going like this. Or... sure. And then we're going to have to get the ice, or get the water to go around this way. To keep the pattern, I'm probably just going to do this. So I want the I want there to be another water source here. So what we'll do is we'll use the signs. We need a blue wood. I think that would be really cool. So any items that go in here should scoot across. Yep. And this actually works out quite well. Could probably make it work even better if I did this. Unnecessary. Looks cool. That gets us all the way to there. I don't actually know what we're going to do on this side of things. They might still get across if I had 2 blocks of ice here. Yeah, the momentum keeps them going. What about if they just fell like right at the edge here? That works. At that point, I might just need 1 bucket of water. Cool. I guess normally I just use slabs for this kind of thing. Rather than wasting signs. That gets around the corner and actually goes perfectly where we need it to go. That's awesome. So that's the water taken care of. Haven't really decorated underneath it, but that's fine. I guess we could try to put lights in the middle, but it looks like it's lit up all right. I guess these won't be here. I'll take these out and then I gotta take a break. anything that went in here should have gone all the way around. I also have to light this up because I think this is a lush cave. Yeah. So we'll just throw in these guys. Blue and purple wood, we need both. Yeah, that's fair. So now I've got to figure out what we're going to do for the redstone. That's going to be the tricky part. But first, I need to take a break. If you're new to the channel, coming in with that raid, thanks very much for sticking around. Really appreciate it. I take a break once an hour. Gives me a chance to grab another glass of water. Gives you a chance to grab a friend, a snack, whatever it is. I'm trying to grow the channel, so if you wouldn't mind letting a friend know that we're streaming, then that would be fantastic. And if you do have to head out, I appreciate you. We're probably watching Tadpole Milk for quite some time. So drop a follow, and don't forget to check out the Spawn Chunks podcast on Monday. That's where I talk about Minecraft with Pixelriffs. The Black Clad Wanderer. Yeah, I think a charcoal wood would be really good. I think that'd be great. All right, I'll be back in just a few minutes. So we discussed earlier that I need a 5-minute timer for the redstone. And I could do an item despawning clock, but I feel like a hopper clock would be more reliable. I don't remember if I came up here for anything specific. I don't think we're using much of that concrete. Got the redstone box in the ender chest. Probably gonna need wood for pistons. DSGZ, hello, how's it going? It's going all right. The building's going pretty good, I think. Don't need the iron pickaxe either. So we need to figure out probably the area where we're going to put the timer and how we're going to connect everything. My guess is that we'd want to have a timer on the top of the thing, would be my guess. Because then all I have to do is just have the redstone signal go down, probably with observers on pillars. I guess I could have a vertical redstone signal go down the side of it. Probably on this side, there's more room. Or up the side of it. It's probably going to be easier to build it on the bottom, actually. So we could probably use this space here for the clock if I wanted to. Okay, so we could use walls to send the signal up. And then just use observers on the pistons, I think. My gosh, maybe we'll have a use for diorite. Maybe we'll make white walls. Why not? Sort of matches. What have you been up to on stream, Cheesy? Alright, so let's just do a little test on, I guess, this one. So there's the piston. And we'd have redstone on blocks somehow. We'd want all the redstone signals to come in from the sides, right? Trying to think about what the easiest thing to put a redstone signal on top of is. Guess we could use purple slabs. And I guess this would probably be more over this way. This is going to look like a mess, I'm sure. And I think you have to have the walls are going to be in sections of 3, so we might just want to do, for looks, we might just want to do 4. That's actually in the wall. That did what we thought it was going to do. All right. More walls required. This would have been nice had it worked out to be an odd number, but the farm is an even number. So we'll move that observer to be in the middle. And then it'll be just a matter of having repeaters where we need them to be, get the signal around. So not the prettiest. Why did that not do what I thought it was going to do? Because the observer is actually touching it, and I don't want the observer to touch it. I want it to look at it. Right. So we'll probably have to build this larger, which is fine. Now, why didn't that work? Is it because of this one? No. Yes. I know it's because I've made this wider because I want it to look good, and that's why it's not working. I'm trying to remember how to get the signal up with the wall. Been playing mostly Satisfactory. Got a big iron project that's coming along. Other than that, I've been in horror games on the Next Fest stuff. Oh, right on. Yeah, I have not been looking into the Next Fest stuff at all. Growing the factory. Nice. Yeah, I need to get back into Satisfactory to decorate my Devastator build. So that's going to be working in theory, but I need to make sure I've got the right way to have it work. I thought you just used a piston to put a block in there. That's not doing what I want it to. I know I just did this recently. I'm pretty sure this is how we power the smelter. Yeah. So we've got to put a wall in place. And that does it. Okay. Next fest is pretty strong showing this time around. My standout is Alchemy Factory, little automation game where your factory makes your stuff and you sell it in your shop. Oh, cool. There was a one that I saw that Bits was playing. It was called... Maybe that's it. Is it pixel art? What's it called? Little Rocket Lab is the one that Bits was playing. What does Alchemy Factory look like? Okay. Yeah, that's very still very cozy looking. That's good to know. I might have to check that one out. So I need a sticky piston. Put the wall on it. But that then has to be... Why is that not working? Is it because it has to be the same all the way up? Well's only changed down. Oh, okay. So then we have to put the clock at the top. Well, then that doesn't work. Then that just won't work at all. So what is going to be the best way to get a signal up? Just a stack of observers? Leaf stone, glass blocks, staggered. I guess I could do that. The staggered would work because we could stagger them here. And it would be central. And then I just have to have the observers, I guess, up against the wall looking at stuff. Yeah, I've used leafstone before. That doesn't really suit the sci-fi vibe, though. And if I'm going to do these, maybe I should do these as purpur slabs. So then I could use that as the redstone signal and then put the observer back here. And then anytime that changes, it work. No. Oh, there's not redstone going all the way up. Weird. So it just gets to the top, but it's not seeing the state change. Why would it not see the state change? Silvery, how's it going? Captain Ben Owen, yeah, we're working on the redstone for the Geode farm, Amethyst farm. We've got the collection sorted. It's the redstone for the farming mechanism that's not working. Well, not working. Human error. It's not that it's not working, it's that I'm not doing it right. So, I don't know why the observer is not seeing... I guess it's not detecting it fast enough. That it sees, but it doesn't see the changing in state. When I turn the redstone on and off, Ben, the observer is not seeing the signal change. Which I don't know. Don't know why. The piston does not fire. But it does when you do that. I don't know, do these have to be lights or something? Does it need to be power for a whole block for the observer to detect? I thought observer would just detect a change in power. But, I mean, obviously not, right? The observer sees power level change in the redstone and pulses the piston, but I'm telling you it doesn't pulse the piston. So it needs a repeater out the back of it, probably. So the signal strength it reads, it's not sending out enough, is my guess. I don't want to go in that way. Nope, nothing. Oh, so it'll only detect if it's going over the observer's face, not the block in front of it. So I can't use the observer to detect that then. So I guess all we need to do then is have the observer could be at the bottom, right? If that's the case, we will just have to have repeaters here to make sure that the signals get all the way to where they need to go. And then the change in signal would be here. But that doesn't get up far enough. So this has to be farther down. So redstone, redstone. Another repeater. And then this can be whatever we want. This can just be a piston doing its thing. Oop, that didn't work either. Sending a full string signal should be enough. So there's obviously some sort of breakdown where the signal just isn't getting far enough. No, it's getting far enough. What's the problem? Did I break something by accident? No. That's extending. I just can't hear it. That's the thing, I just can't hear it. Let's just do this. Yeah, okay, that's working. So all we need to do is just have whatever clock we need to have happening here. And then we have to have observers. Well, one observer down there. And then we just need to have the ability to put in some pistons. So we can just put pistons around. So in some places, we're just not going to be able to get stuff. So here it'll be lower. Well, that's weird. So it'll just be a bunch of stuff like this where we'll go around, add the pistons in. I really dislike scaffolding. Right, and then just have to wait to power all the pistons, which is probably just as simple as putting in some redstone like this. And then if we powered it, all those pistons should be on. Yep. Cool. So then down here, we have to make sure that this space is clear. It's actually pretty good. There's not a lot happening, but we'll end up putting in some water along here. And I was thinking to keep things simple. Yeah, like once we put another block of water over there, it's not going to flow this way. It might be worth it to expand this by a block and have the water happen underneath it. Because this is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I put the water here, then it doesn't cross. So if I keep everything the way that it is now, we'd have to put signs here to keep the water back, which doesn't look awful. That's probably the easier way to do it. Plus my design stays square. Oh, they changed the noises on the pistons, you're right. Okay, so that'll work for here, I guess. We'll just do all the signs. What do I want to do for the deck here? Like, I feel like stone is kind of boring. I don't want to use purpur. I mean, we're going to have a lot of amethyst. We could use amethyst. Or if there's another block I could use. Calcite might look good. I feel like I want to change these blocks and have them be lights. Yeah, that works. Purple glazed terracotta, a bit too noisy for me. It's never been a favorite block. Yeah, I am. I don't think I'm going to be using the Habigast. I really don't like the fact that pressing shift doesn't make it go down. I think it's really counterintuitive and honestly just like poor game control design. Got all this stuff down here. That doesn't look very good at all. I said I don't think I want to do purpur. We could try, I mean, we don't, the whole thing doesn't need to be ice, but we could make it ice. It's the right kind of tone. I actually think I'm going to look for a data pack or a mod that'll allow me to press shift to travel down on a Habigast. Otherwise, I don't see myself using them. I don't think I want to use purpur. I could use slabs to kind of make the purpur stretch a bit. No, that's going to be too much of the same. I do want, like, I feel like I want some sort of, like, slightly darker block. But I can't think of one that's purple. Alright, I guess I'll just do ice for now. If I change my mind later, then it's not that much space to clear out. We could also make it look cool with like a glass bottom with lights or something underneath it. That could be a fun way to do it too. Actually, I wonder what purple glass would look like. I don't have any. Did I not bring a shulker box full of ice? There we go. Shulker shells? Yeah, that would be overkill. Be a lot of entities in one spot. I wish that ice let light through. That would be fun. Not that we need the items to go faster, but they will. Okay. So I guess we could just have the whole thing be ice along the bottom here. That should be fine too. Or we could have this be purpur. Yeah, that probably looks pretty good. Yeah, regular light ice had light through, but you can't have light next to it. Agreed. Okay, so we can do this now. Another half dozen signs. Thank you, Sandy. Appreciate it. I do need to wrap things up. I knew this was going to be a multi-stream project. It should be... yeah. So we can do that. And then I guess for the sake of just looks, we'll have this go this way. Just out of sight. Cool. So then all I want to do right now is just get things up to the surface. Strange color for an ice shulker box. I should probably change that. So I need kelp, soul sand, and dirt. Probably a bunch of stone. Should probably make a more direct way to get down here too. Sandy, thanks for being awesome. Appreciate it. The Wormbo, that's a great emote. I love that. Love for the mods. Okay, now we need kelp. Water. And this will go here. Now that we have respiration in our helmet, this is a lot easier to do. Cool. So now as we work, hopefully this won't be issue. And then we can just add in a couple buckets of water here and do a little, probably just some white concrete and purple concrete, just to kind of finish it off. I just want to have a chest of stuff up here. Purple concrete, white concrete, and my redstone is down at the bottom. Crap. That's really all we need. It'll need a little bit of a cap just because it's going to be a bubble column, but that's fine. I think I might carve a path to it here. One thing I do like about this area is just how organically it tends to come together. Like you just kind of find a farm, bring a spot closer to where you want things to go, and then just kind of go from there. So that'll be a hopper. That'll be the chest. One more bucket of water and a trapdoor. Cool. The Nookie, how's it going? I think one of my favorite things about projects like this is like slowly getting things tidy. Something very satisfying about that. So now we can go back down. Getting pretty good on the timing on that. Helps that there's light that kind of shows me where I need to get off. And so now we just need to bring some of the stuff back up. Oh, right. I also need to fix that. Too much stuff. Sweet. Okay, so now we can just replace the dirt with this whole sand. Good. And then I guess I'll put something in here that I want to see on the surface. We'll make sure that the buckets get there. Sometimes I wish the Minecraft character was just a little bit skinnier. I feel like getting around would be a lot easier. Kelp and the buckets made it, but there was no hopper, so they didn't get scooped up. Oh, I see. So we need to do a little trapdoor action. Let's do it over the hopper. And we'll have to also put some up here. That should work. Cool. So that's the collection system sorted. We'll just have to come back and figure out the positioning of all the pistons. It's not going to be perfect, but at least it'll be running in the background, and we'll be able to get more amethyst as we go along, which I think should be cool. And then we can use some of these other... We've got some of these, but we'll have to make maybe another geode farm that's manual. And kind of go from there. So anyway, that's where I need to wrap things up. So let me just find somebody else streaming that we can pass you along to. Tadpole Milk was kind enough to raid us. I think it'd be nice to pass along folks, if you have somebody that's streaming Minecraft, I know TwitchCon is happening right now, so there's not a lot of people online. Looks like Griffin Prime is online. I've got a couple of other people I can send you to, but they're not playing Minecraft. They're playing Satisfactory. And I don't recognize any other names, so it looks like Griffin Prime is where you are all going. Making it beautiful. Looks like they're doing some Halcyon Heights stuff. So I'm sure you will enjoy the time with Griffin. They're actually just starting their stream. It's like a minute out, so good timing. Thanks for a great week, folks. Really appreciate it. Thanks to Sandy for the moderation. Thanks to Cosmic for the Elytra. That really helped out moving around today. We got a decent amount done on the Geode farm. We'll still have to do some more redstone and stuff next time. So it's a little bit slow going, but I think it will be rewarding in the long run. Check out the Spawn Chunks on Monday. That is the podcast I do all about Minecraft. And check out patreon.com/JoelDuggan to join the Discord and support me here on Twitch. I really appreciate all of it. It's a really fun job. And so you guys are awesome. And I will see you all on Tuesday is the next time I will be streaming. Right now there's VODs up on Joel Duggan VODs. You can watch the Soundwave set that came together yesterday from Lego. You can watch more VODs from the Mushroom Island here in Minecraft. And it's all ways that you can support me and stay entertained. So I appreciate it. I will see you next time. Bye for now.